Welcome to Bork's Magical Wares, where the experience points are fake, but the magic is real. That's right, the magic. Guys, welcome to another session of our Yellow Silk campaign that we run every other week. And we have a missing person today, Arn, a remote guy. Here in spirit, maybe in Twitch chat, maybe not, who knows. But either way, I'll be playing him. He'll mostly just be a background character. But overall, we've got Rhoden the Green, our druid, Garrett the Ghost, our ranger, Tembo the Thrice Guard, our fighter, Kira the Unseen, our rogue, and then Arn,
our 7 Knives assassin.
No, our 7 Knives almost assassin. So if I remember correctly, well, I guess in terms of announcements, we don't have anything else really to go over.
We got a dice cam.
Yeah, we got a dice camera. Check this out. All right, here we go. What? Oh, you can't really see it because it's not popping up on that thing. But
we can't see it.
Up. Yeah. Take that down. Take that down. We'll have to have the dual views. There we go. And I'll pull up the small dice cam for whenever we're doing battles. Be able to roll onto that guy. And whenever I'm calling for checks, we'll be able to pull that bad boy up. Ooh. And it looks pretty cool. So, that being said, we're like I said, we're slowly adding to the channel. Hopefully, we'll be able to have like a professional setup. And
we have the.
I'm a one-man army. Oh yeah, we got our new
rotating potion
over here.
Maybe eventually we'll sound professional.
Yeah, maybe we'll sound professional eventually. But
I think it paid eventually.
Eventually, then eventually
we just gotta get that sweet Blue Apron sponsorship.
Blue Apron.
Maybe some Casper mattresses.
Yeah, Casper mattresses.
Give it away for free.
Hey, first one's free. Once they see their incomes go up from us just mentioning them to our 3 viewers,
Hi, all 3 of you.
I'm one of them. So, that being said, we will cut to, I think, our background. No, actually, where we were in the last session. Our crowd, our group of adventurers, had entered the town of Imystrahl, and we have Geothermal with us in spirit and in Twitch chat. Welcome, Arn. We had our party went through the town of Imystrahl, or city, because of the scale, and discovered how desolate the town had been. Despite the rumors of any... Let's play a little music so it's not so quiet. Despite any history that has been known about it, the elves had always been kind of given this idea that they're elegant, they're graceful, they build beautiful structures and whatever. So as you guys enter the city, it was kind of a surprise to see that the city is stripped of all its luster, anything that made it beautiful, and there was a few interactions you guys had with some of the elves, the local elves. There was one elf that you met who was Thrin Mord, who basically was a merchant, and you guys kind of had an encounter with her and kind of got an understanding of what was going on with the town. The city of elves had been kind of sleeping, but they were not really sleeping. They were more like drugged up. But we don't know as to the cause or whatever. We just know that the drug that they had been consuming is black milk. And then later on, you had entered into a inn to go rest for the evening, and you met a couple elves there. You quickly learned the rule to this town is don't make noise in the halls of the city, basically, and don't go out at night. Which our adventurers quickly learned after they went out at night. There are a lot of things out there. A lot of mysteries, a lot of sounds and creatures. Creatures that are also in your dreams. But more on that later. So, we enter into... I think as you guys... We ended on a scene where you guys were staring at a temple. And Rhoden has kind of a moment where he's remembering an encounter with his previous, well, I guess his current mentor, or a mentor that he had when he first started growing up. This mentor, his name was Tremel, the Lightbringer. And I think we'll leave any first encounters to another time, but the moment you're thinking of was a conversation you were having with him when you were in his household, trying to learn something new. What would in a normal conversation happen with you and Tremel?
Well, normally I would be asking for his guidance in the druid path that I was taking.
Right. And so you would ask him to teach you different types of like druid magics, or what would that look like?
Well, not only druid magics, but also about nature itself, and different herbs that can be used for healing, and so he will teach me about them, and maybe teach me how to prepare some of these herbs for salves and little things like that.
So he this time around you kind of have you walk into his room, and his house has always been kind of just like a big clutter. There's potted plants, and there's a tree growing in the center of his house, and flowers growing all over the place, and all of that was just of his will. He's called the Lifebringer for a reason, because he would oftentimes he oftentimes has like what do you call it, like plants that he would plant, and then like would just use his magics to I don't know, like grow them out in extremely large ways. And so that's why his whole house is just covered up in different flowers and different vines and types. And so this time you walk into his room, and he looks to be just kind of like packing everything up. And he sees you coming in, and he says, "Rodin, I don't have much time. I've been called to an excursion. I need to tend to some things that I've heard that's extremely important to the life of the forest." And he says, I've gotten word that there's something going on in the Mistwild Mountains. And he says, there's been word that the forest there has been turning to stone, and that someone has been sucking the will and life out of the trees and the plants there and using it for whatever power. And I'm going to investigate.
Obviously, I'm shocked by the news, because anything that affects nature affects us, and actually, I get mad because I don't like people messing with nature.
Yeah.
That way, it's not the same thing when you nurture nature and you help it grow, and you embrace it and you love it, because we just meditate for days just in nature. But I get mad, and I said, but I'm going with you. I need to help you.
He says, you're not skilled yet. You're still just a child. The magics I've taught you so far should get you to some places here, and you'll be able to do good in the city, but I won't be able to train you for, I'm not sure how long I'll be gone, but it won't be for a few years. But nevertheless, continue doing your ways. Learn to explore the different magics that you can be exposed to. But understand, this is something that we have to do. the people in my group, we don't think that what is happening to this forest is any good. It's probably going to spread out further. But when you feel that you're strong enough, you can come meet us there in the town of Nith, and you can find us there. And as he packs up his final things, he says, "But there's one last thing that you can remember." He says, "There's an important secret, and when you can prove to us that you have the skill gained and learned, that you can harness your druid powers well enough. We're on the search for the menhirs of this world. When you come across them," and he pulls out a picture of it, and he shows a collection of stones that have been drawn out. 2 very large obelisks standing up, and a large obelisk that kind of like closes it in, and kind of makes this kind of like a gateway, like a doorway, and it's got like symbols written all over it. And he says, "When you find these, and there's one not too far off to the north from here, remember the place, remember the area around it. Think about your feelings as you feel it when you're there, and study that for a moment, maybe even for a few hours, and understand that location. Because there will be a time when you'll be able to travel through those, and without proper concentration, you won't. You might end up somewhere else." So
Sounds refreshing.
he says, "But when you can prove to us that you can know the magics and harness the magics well enough, you'll know." And he sits down for the next hour and teaches you how to harness what it feels like to be around that stone. He has like a small rock, and he just says, when you come near it, this is what you'll experience. And so there we go. When we wake up out of this moment, the 5 of you are sitting in front or standing in this middle of the street, looking down a roadway. And beyond, probably about a half a mile, you see a temple. And you're just like past just this border of where all the lack of luster, and then the moment where everything is golden and yellow and beautiful and very well maintained. And you see in front of you a large structure with a tower that extends from the middle of it that overlooks what looks to be the entire city. And you see a collection of probably about 3-4 dozen priests out front that are robed in black, clothed with yellow rimmed decorations and runes and all sorts of scripts and stuff. And they're in separate little groups kind of conversing with each other.
Isn't that what Arn saw?
Actually, when I left it last night, or the last time, it was actually a similar robe style that you saw when he was sneaking in episode 1.
So I noticed this and kind of whispered.
Yes, you were the one that saw it, not Arn. Sorry.
I noticed this and I kind of whispered. These were the guys that I saw at the pyramid. This is where Teeg is, I think.
How far away are we from them?
You're about a half a mile out. Like the structure is large enough that you can see pretty clearly that how big it is, and the guys out in the common area out front don't seem to be really taking note so much, but it does look like they're setting up for kind of like a.
So they're kind of distracted.
Well, they're distracted at the moment, but it looks like they're kind of setting up for a I don't know, like a conversation or a ritual
like
or
a
some kind of ceremony or something
okay.
like that. Yeah.
What is I remember last time we discussed that maybe we knew of like some holding areas for the slaves. Are we in the vicinity of those holding areas?
So not too far off, you see to the left of the street, you see a large warehouse-like building, and to the right, you see another one that kind of mirrors it. And we kind of also made the point that this is probably around the area where Rodan saw the creature.
Lying above.
Okay.
Okay, but there are no flying creatures. Right?
Not right now. Yeah, it's daylight, and it's been daylight for a while.
Yeah.
So you guys can see pretty clearly how and it looks like. Yeah, that you've passed the divide where there's dirty versus this very well kept area.
We should tell the priest we're looking to buy slaves.
We should just kill the priests.
How many priests are there?
There's just about 4 dozen of them out there.
Oh my God.
We just kill them really fast.
Wait. Torm more the cart lady. We asked her this. They don't sell them. They keep them.
Oh, they don't sell them. We need to find Teeg.
Which one do you think he's in?
No, you gotta tell me. What?
The left one.
All right, there we go.
You say that with confidence, of course.
I'm very confident in this decision.
Damn, plan for the right. Well, we have to start all over. Turn the stream off.
No, you just flip the map. There you go.
Well, left it is.
So what do we see in terms of access to this warehouse? Is it just like we can walk right up to it? Are there guards? Are there priests in front of it? Are we going to be clearly out of place by...
Yeah, I'm not even going to ask for a perception check because it's very clear there is no markings for any windows or doors on these buildings.
Wait, so it's just like a block?
Yeah. I mean, you're standing from where you were standing.
Does it have like crenellations or any?
No, it looks like it's just like a concrete.
Didn't realize
solid.
the elves were so big on brutalist.
Give me now. You give me a perception check.
Perception check?
Oh!
The style of those buildings is 100% different than the rest of the buildings you've ever seen, despite even the lack of luster and
Do they look newer?
New, looks brand new.
I think they might have built these.
Probably. The slaves are probably in there. How do we get in?
So we can walk up to it though?
That's what I'm asking. Is it clearly obvious if we go and inspect these buildings?
I mean, you can see them clearly, so you could make the assumption that they would as well.
Right. It's like very out in the
And no one has made any like outward appearance of like, yeah, okay.
Is there a walkway up to the building of any sort?
So I'll describe it a little further. So as you guys are kind of standing in the street, you can kind of continue on. There are a couple other buildings off to the sides a little bit that are just kind of like row homes type things. And then there's these giant warehouses. And there's like an alley that kind of goes into them around. That can go between like the row homes and the warehouses, and there's like a little alleyway. And then as you continue past the warehouse, then you're in the big courtyard of the Maiden Temple. Yeah.
Well, we still haven't seen really the other side of the building that maybe could have an access point.
Right. Yeah, you haven't seen it.
Just walk past it.
Do what?
Walk past it down the row homes.
Should we just walk up there?
As if we were to go past it, on our way to somewhere else.
I mean, maybe they won't pay attention to us.
Let's go.
Do we see other people aside from the priests and
Nobody else that you can immediately see. I mean, you can give me a perception check though. When you guys are talking to the mic.
8?
You just see the priests that are kind of gathering out there, but there isn't much else.
Let's go.
Okay, so as you guys continue further down the street, you see no one really takes note of you. You just continue on. Do you guys go in the alleyways, or are you just entering into the courtyard to go look around?
I think we were going to go through the alleyways.
Okay, so left or right? Choose wisely. Your fate depends on it. Okay. So this time you go right. I've got this planned. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, you start. You continue. You easily make it into the alleyway, and it looks like from this side as well, the building extends even further on, probably about a good 200 paces, and yeah, there's no clear markings for any openings, windows.
Is there dirt on the ground? Dust.
No, it's cleaned up. Like, it's very clean in this area. Like, there's a clear distinction of where you are, like inside in this temple grounds versus the rest of the.
Do we hear anything in the building?
Give me a perception check. This is going to be a little difficult because it's like a big concrete block.
That's going to be a large number. Where is it? Oh, there it is. That is a 26.
That's a very big number. All right. Now I have to actually think about what's in this building. You do hear crying out.
Oh!
Are any of them perhaps crying out the instructions on how to get in?
Like,
Go to the right! You have to go to the front!
Just crying as like torture?
Yes.
Or, okay.
Yeah, like... "Ah!" Oh, you know, that's what I need next. I need Wilhelm.
Oh god,
I need a Wilhelm
scream.
So if we continue to the alleyway, we're going to make it to the courtyard, I'm assuming, right?
Yeah.
And would we
if you continue
would we
that
then
way,
be
then you'll
able
have to take a
see-
left, and then you'll eventually be back in the courtyard.
And would we then be able to see kind of the other side of the building to see if there's like an access point?
Yeah, yeah.
So I would like to sneak
Around.
down.
Yeah, give me a stealth check.
See if I can get over there. No need. No need.
Good god, dude.
Dang.
No need at all.
Don't worry.
Because
That's-
I am the unseen.
we need a quote for this.
I need what I need for this. This is in addition to the Wilhelm. I need the party horn.
yeah.
Oh
yeah.
gosh!
The rolls are good today.
All right, yeah, you are
Much better than
unseen.
last time.
You blend in really well with the yellow stone.
And what does the other side of this building look like?
It's the same thing.
Oh
It's
my God.
completely solid.
Solid rock.
Walking up to it and touching it, does it feel
Also,
odd?
that was going to be my
like
next,
oddly
my next
cold, or
roll. Do I get to
warm?
maintain my stealth to try to actually like
Let
walk
me
up
actually
to
roll for that because that's
or did I
actually
just
really good.
die by touching
Give
it?
me an investigation check.
it? This one I'm not going to be so good at. Oh, that's an 18.
What about
All right.
See yours better on the cam than I can on the actual table.
it? Yeah, mine's whatever that is.
It's an 11.
So it feels, and I rolled for it. Okay, good. Can't see what I'm about to pull out.
See as much as I can.
Quick, take a peek.
All of the secrets.
Look at all these
Oh,
encounters.
you're just seeing random encounters. That was for a different game.
I swear.
Yeah.
It was definitely not for this one. He pulls it to the front.
You've been attacked by 30 goblins. It feels very cold to the touch.
Cold,
Yeah.
but not like.
Not freezing, but it feels like...
I mean, it's like
this
solid
is like,
rock, though.
It is solid rock, yeah. And you kind of knock on it, and it was kind of a wonder that you're able to even hear what you did when you put your ear to it. It might have been just like a one part where they didn't fill in the concrete well enough.
I would like to investigate that part a little further.
Sure. Yeah. You go knock on it, and it feels like fist size hollow.
How far away
Actually,
are
you know what? It does feel hollow at that location.
How far away are these guys
From these, from
where I am investigating?
No, they were kind of around when you first did that hearing thing. They're kind of standing around it.
Okay, so I'm like, Timbo. Call Timbo over.
Not suspicious at all.
I think there's a weak point right here.
Well, I pull the crowbar out of my bag
Okay.
and like bang it a couple times.
Hold on. Okay. You start banging, and
Does it, like-
the stone there does seem a little bit hollow there.
Can I like kind of get it in there at any point? Like jam it in?
Yeah, you could probably just start jamming it in as you start making these. The sounds start to reverberate throughout the hallways of the alleyways.
The alleyways.
I'm looking around.
As you're looking
soon as
around,
I hear them,
you-
I'm looking around at anybody coming.
Yeah, give me a perception check. This is another 11.
15.
Sweet. Yeah. There are 5 priests walking towards you.
Towards us or just him?
No, towards your location.
Like our vicinity. Okay.
In a
We see you
Purposeful.
as they are walking, and they've got like their arms kind of like on their hilts as they're
the
starting
way.
to walk in this way.
This stream might end quickly.
Tembo, you've roused suspicion.
What? Oh. Well, let's kill him.
How close are they?
They're probably within like, I'd say 90 feet at this point. They're slowly walking. They're still in the courtyard, visible by all the other compatriots that they have. But this was just like the closest group gathering of people. And it looks like they started walking this way to see what you're doing, but not necessarily in a way like, hey, let's kill them. But like, what are they doing? Let's go, get ready to...
I pull out the black milk out of my pocket. I'm like, you guys know where we can find some more of this?
Kind of look over and I'm like, yeah, I'm jonesing for it.
They're not buying it. Actually, I'll let you roll for it at least.
What is this? Like a persuasion or something?
Yeah, deception maybe?
No bonus whatsoever.
Deception?
Deception plus 2. That's an 8. That's not much.
Yeah. They still definitely don't buy it this time, and they continue to go. And as you're like, we're looking for this, and you kind of come out as a hungry for drugs type person.
Yeah.
They immediately then start running towards you guys.
All right.
And they pull out their swords this time as they're like,
Do they
roll for
say
initiative.
anything?
They immediately see kind of what you guys are doing.
Hey.
Oh,
Problem with the dice.
I didn't touch it.
what was it originally? Do you know?
No, I don't know what it was.
I think it was a 6.
All right, so
I think
I will
16.
put, who is it? It's Kira that's up top.
I'm 11. I don't know.
You're at 11.
Yeah.
I got a 22.
If you count my collision with him as a 20.
Hey, it was the randomness of the dice.
15 to 20.
14. Oh, sorry. Yeah. Didn't hear you.
What did
7.
Wait a second. Did
You
I
guys got
update
lucky.
my initiative properly?
Orange chills out?
Oh.
Switch it back to us.
Initiative is
Oh, yeah,
Dex
yeah.
plus proficiency?
No, just Dex.
Just Dex, yeah.
Just Dex.
Yeah. So
Okay, so
that's a good question. Do you have something that
As-
gives you extra
I'm wondering.
initiative?
Either way, it's fine.
yeah, you guys are all aware of each other
kinda
at this
later.
point, and Tembo kind of stops. He's still got his crowbar, and basically they start kind of rushing towards you. They're about we'll put them within running distance of you. They're about
All right.
30 feet as they're running towards you. All 5 of them kind
they
of got their
draw?
swords out, short swords.
They've all drawn?
I
Okay.
drop the crowbar, and as I'm running, pull out the great sword, and just try to cleave through them.
Okay, yeah.
So first one,
5.
Yeah, they're like all
abreast.
kind of lined up. Yeah,
and I'm gonna take a -5.
nice.
That's a crit.
Actually, I'll put this up there. There we go.
Boom!
All right, first blood is a crit. I get to re-roll this because it's
This
a
is probably
2.
going to go pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Like
So
maniac.
that's 10 plus. I'll get to roll that. Oh, I have to keep that. 10 plus 7, so 17 plus 3 is 20 plus an extra 10 for taking my -5. So that's a 30 damage, slashing damage on the first attack.
On the first guy, well, who do you want to kill?
So there's 5. So I'm gonna say that I go for the one on the left.
Okay, as you slice right through him.
All right.
Entrails falling out.
Great.
You continue on to the,
And
to
as
the next one.
and because of Great Weapon Master, I can take a bonus action because I dropped him and take another attack. And that one's also at -5. That's gonna miss horribly. That's like a 8 to hit.
Yeah, 8 does not hit. They look to be kind of wearing like studded leather, so
Yeah.
they have a little protection. The first one, I would say, was not wearing any, and you just
All right,
as he
and
falls over to the side.
then I'm going to use my reaction to use the parry feature of my new Blade Mastery feat,
Nice.
which gives me a +1 to AC.
Okay, so you're starting to getting ready to,
Yeah.
to react. Garrett.
All right. Well, I go to the rightmost after pulling out my bow. I aim and just fire away at the furthest to the right.
Okay.
I'll do precision plus. I'll do the. Where is it? Sharpshooter. So -5. Same thing as he's really does. I get to decide if I need to use the superiority die at first or not. So I get advantage because they haven't gone yet. I'll go ahead and use the superiority die. I get 7 plus 14 is
Nice.
8 plus 7 is 28. To hit the furthest guy on the right.
Yeah, the guy on the right. Yeah, that definitely hits for sure. Bullseye.
Okay, so he takes. Oh. 4 plus 10, 14.
14 damage.
Yeah, I get the plus 10
Yeah,
because
I
I took
mean,
minus
it
5.
was a bullseye. It's like straight in the middle of his chest as he's like crying out in pain, but not dead. He's bleeding horribly. So, Kira.
So he's within 5 feet of one. You're within 5 feet of the other. Or did
No,
you-
he stepped back. He's way
I meant
far
running
out.
distance
Yeah,
still.
he's
So he's
shooting
in
us
5 feet of one.
Yeah, he's in 5 feet of
So
one.
I'll go after the guy he's within 5 feet of, and I'm going to break out the short bow.
Yeah,
This guy has not taken an attack, right?
correct. Yeah, none of them
Alright,
have.
so I'm
Number
gonna get
2.
advantage on him.
And that earns you sneak damage.
Yes.
Well, both advantage.
Well, I get sneak damage
Yeah,
because
and
he's
you get
within 5
advantage.
feet of anyway.
It's dope.
And then my sneak damage.
Them dice ready.
I know, man. I'm getting
Yeah,
dice
way
ready.
too many of them.
If they had only
got
just
way
come to
too
talk,
many.
we would have
2 more d6.
surprised them with an attack, but at least we would have talked.
Yeah.
So here goes that arrow.
Oh my goodness.
Tembo's excited because he's getting his way.
13.
13. That's an 18. 18 to hit.
18 hits.
18 hits. That's 11, 12, 13, 14, 18 damage.
Dang.
And he pulls back the bow. He's like, a true soldier does not admit defeat before battle. Let's go with the arrow. And I'm going to...
no one admitted defeat.
Yeah,
Like, what are you
nobody
talking
did.
And I'm going to use my bonus action to kind of dash, get as far away from combat as possible, but still staying within the alleyway.
Yeah.
We
Okay.
should probably keep watch behind us too.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So that same thing with the bow lines true right in his chest as he's Wilhelm scream comes out. Rodan.
How many are there left?
So there's still 4 of them. They're both standing. 2 of them on the ends are bleeding out like pretty horribly.
Okay, are they kind of
One of
grouped?
the ends.
Are they, they're still grouped.
Yeah, they're still grouped up really well. Yeah.
Okay, then I go enredate in
Yep.
cast
Tangles start
entangle.
coming up and gathering around them. It's a strength check, right? Or a strength saving throw.
Yep.
They fail.
Nice.
Situational awareness is so when they were coming at us, was the wall on our right or was the wall on our left?
You're in the middle of an alley, so you got both.
Yeah, it's alleyway.
Yeah, so like you're at the end of the alleyway.
Very good.
Where if you keep looking, you're looking at the temple, but there's like 100 paces that way
Okay.
that eventually open out into the courtyard. So yeah, they're all tangled up now, and they, the 2 that are near Tembo, they get their short swords and start crying out. What do they call you? Die, barbarian scum! As I'm gonna be on fire. Now it's my turn.
There's the music for it.
15 and 21.
21 hits. 15 does not.
Okay, so the 21 hits. Give me a. What am I looking for? Oh, a wisdom
cantrip
saving
throw.
throw.
Rodan.
That
that
is
cantrip
a 17.
You succeed.
All
but
right.
only this time.
What armor were you wearing again?
Their concentration. I'm already using concentration for the.
That's a good question. I
Entangle.
don't actually have my equipment
As you
listed.
take 6 damage as he like cuts down onto you, and you feel this burst of energy kind of come from him, this green energy as it comes out, but you pull out the sword fast enough before it kind of affects you, and the other one as he swipes down, you parry it pretty easily.
Do we see any like flash of green. Or
Yeah, you see, like they've got some like lightsaber action going on, and the other two attempt to break out, and I think that's a strength. The one that's bleeding out breaks out, and he takes a few steps back and run towards Tembo. And well, actually, I think he spends his whole action trying to break out of that, so he just kind of breaks out and takes a step back. Arn turns around, he starts watching you guys' back. He's like, I got you,
Very hard.
I was watching our back, but that's good.
He's like, I got you, don't worry about it. Tembo.
All right. We're just gonna keep the hits rolling with another -5, and that's
Dude.
gonna be a 17 to hit.
Yeah, he's most likely going to die based on those rolls that I see.
All right. Well,
Yeah,
that's,
he was pretty almost dead already.
yeah, that's a 22
Yeah.
damage.
Yeah, you did more than double his leftover hit points.
All right. Well, guess what? It's another bonus.
So what happens as you parry this other sword? What do you end up doing?
So I like knock the sword out and just like jam it straight into him and just like fling him behind me.
And yeah, you pick him up, skewer him as you drop him back.
Yeah, and like as I pull the sword up, he falls off of it, and then I just bring it down towards the other guy. And that's gonna be even higher. So that one gets re-rolled because it was a 2, and that's going to be a 20 damage.
Dang. Yeah, comes straight down, like cleaves his shoulder straight down into it, breaking bones and everything. And then you just pull right out, and he's just like arms kind of hanging out.
And I'm just like laughing as I do this. Just I am in my element and enjoying it.
All right, so Grit the Ghost, what is going on?
Glance around, make sure we don't have extra.
Yeah, give me a perception check.
14.
At the moment, the sounds you can tell are definitely going to start attracting attention. At the moment, the rest of the crowds are kind of facing a little like. There's a lot of sounds going on as they're putting up like this wooden pedestal and stuff like that, and there's like a little hammering and stuff that it just kind of blends in real quick. No one's taken note yet.
Okay, and there's only 2 left?
There's 3.
There's still 3. All right. I'm
Yeah,
gonna go,
2 of them are really bloodied. One
right,
of them hasn't
I'll
been.
go to the same one, the far right.
Yeah.
That I bloodied before. And I'll do the -5. And I'll add a superiority die. Actually, no, I won't. It's, yeah, I will. Let's do it. So that's 15 plus 7 is 22.
22 to hit?
22 to hit.
Definitely hits.
Did you take your -5 off?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Maybe I didn't.
I think it was
17.
still high enough.
Still
yeah.
high enough. Yeah, 17
Okay.
is good. Yes.
All right, so then that's 2d8 for...
And if they're entangled, I think, do they get advantage on that? No, they don't, right? Okay,
No, they're
they
just
can't move.
grappled.
Yeah.
12, 3, 15 plus 10 is 25.
What do you want to hit him? Because he's going to die.
Simple, through the throat.
Nice
Scum!
and quiet.
Keep him quiet.
Falls over to the side. And he's like, his leg's still hanging up as he's entangled. So he just like falls backwards and his knee still hurts him.
Sorry.
Sorry, not sorry.
All right, Kira.
So it sounds like that anybody that's within 5 feet has been killed.
No, there's one more.
There's one more.
He's very bloodied.
So how far did he possibly throw this guy and the sword?
Oh, he's just like
he's probably
right behind me.
Right behind him, probably like 5.
Yeah, because
6
I just
right?
did like this, and so he
Yeah.
just kind of like
I was
slid
hoping
off
for
the
a
blade.
moment to like the arrow, like grab the arrow and you.
Oh my Let me.
I'll allow it. As the body is flying over the
Everybody's
air.
falling over my head because I'm short, you know. So the body's flying over my head.
I
I
will
grab the arrow
give me a,
and I aim it at the next guy.
give me an acrobatics check first. I'm not gonna just let this happen.
What?
That's awesome.
Oh, hey! Lucky! I get to re-roll that. I get to re-roll that. There it is.
As the body flies over, you
Dude,
pull out a
that's a
perfectly
19.
clear. Pull it out, and I will give you the hit. And you're guaranteed to hit. Just roll the damage.
Oh my gosh, that couldn't be any worse. That's 7, 8. That's 9 damage.
Still.
That's probably enough to kill that guy.
I say, turn your wounds into wisdom.
Yeah, his wisdom is
All over the place.
as he falls over to the side.
His wisdom's there, a little bit of wisdom there.
All right, yeah, there's only one guy left.
Does he run?
Rodan.
Say, how is that
He can't.
terrifying?
He's entangled.
Yeah, he can't move.
I go El Fuego and produce flame.
He just incinerates into some fire, or
No.
do you shoot a fireball?
I'm gonna sure might produce flame. It's gonna be like a fireball.
There we go.
Dang, dude, you guys rolled
Roll
on
it,
point.
dude.
Hell yeah, let's go take them all!
It's the dice cam, man. It's the dice
It's the
cam.
dice cam. I know this is gonna go away next time.
Oh,
Oh no, mid damage.
Just 1d8, so there's no.
No bonus.
No bonus.
Yeah,
all right.
not for
You,
magic.
you managed to just hit him on the side, and then he just like looks to you, and he's just like, "You're mine."
With Tembo next to him.
Big smile. I don't think so.
But he's like,
it's like
but maybe next time. And he attempts to he performs this nightmarish scream, and it doesn't seem like it's like a natural scream for help or cry or anything. It seems like this magic from within him starts to kind of belt out and reverberate throughout everyone's body. Everyone, give me a Constitution save or Wisdom saving throw.
No, that's good.
The wisdom saving throw?
Wisdom, yeah.
Yeah, Wisdom.
Okay, 18.
5.
This is where
I got a 17.
I should have just done all of this all at once. All right, who's above a 13? Everybody except for you.
Yeah, I'm screwed probably.
As the scream starts to reverberate, and it just turns out like just right from where you are, the acoustics really affect you the most, and it starts to kind of become like this moment of fright of like this screaming and terror kind of reminds you of like the dream that you had the night before. And you take not much, 9 psychic damage as it just the sound affects your brain in such a weird way. And that is, and then he tries, but he can't really break out though at this point. So
I just start screaming.
Arn, it's like, you guys are good. We're getting back. You're good. Tembo.
Minus 5. That's gonna be a 15 to hit.
15. That hits.
All right, and that's going to be 24 damage.
I might just call it there. So because he's already had some damage anyways. As you start to kind of come down to slash through his body, he says, he looks to you as it comes down, just solid face, like he knows death is coming his way, and he just says, "Our master knows you're here, and he will find you.
Not if we find him first.
Perfect timing for this sound, dude. Oh my gosh, that was great. All right. That was good. So he falls over. All of their, like, whoever is still entangled, their knees are just like propped up and like just falling over the side. There's the one shoulder hanging out. There's starting to be a large pool of blood forming.
I think we might want to move.
I go up to kind of the bodies and I just kind of like place my hand on one of their heads and like, brave men go forward, not expecting to return.
I think they were a little bit more stupid than brave.
So, yeah. You guys, what do you
So
guys
we
do?
need to kind of...
Yes.
I do-
No,
Anybody
I
else
think we
coming
just
this
need to
way now?
leave.
I pick up the crowbar. It's like,
Oh, thanks.
and I just point.
There-
It's like
you do,
we're
as you guys start
here.
kind of going out, you do know that there is a hollow point at that location. As you
Alright.
start to really investigate it, it does look like there used to be a door there, and it's just was like filled in with some concrete.
Mr. Timbo, tear down this wall.
Am I correct in remembering that we're exhausted?
You are exhausted. Yeah, that's
Okay.
right. I forgot about this, but
I
now
probably
that you brought it
shouldn't.
up.
I shouldn't have brought it up, but
No, I do remember this, but like I would have remembered the next time you guys would have tried to go to sleep.
all right. Hey, you think you could give me a little bit of help here?
Yeah, I touch him and cast guidance.
All right.
Okay.
Nope,
No,
that
hold
one
on, I'm, like,
missed.
totally pouring beer here. There we go.
All right. So that one's gone. The 15 is pretty good, and I got a 4 on that. So that's strength. 19 plus 3 is 22. And if it's I'm assuming it's just a strength check.
Disadvantage. That's ridiculous.
Yeah. I'm assuming it's just a strength check, not athletics.
I will give you athletics. Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah, then another...
I mean, you're trying to really...
Another 2 on that, so that was a
24.
19, yeah.
The cement starts to break in.
Crumble.
Crumble out. I did not break in. Hold up.
And out comes the worst thing we could ever hope to face.
Roll sanity checks.
Well,
I have the black milk ready.
for continued.
I'm just like, it didn't work last time. It's not going to work this time.
As you start to break down the cement, it kind of forms like a pretty good opening. It comes out forward, and you can see that there is just pure darkness within the building. There's just a little light that kind of comes in from this hole, but as you do, you start to hear moaning and crying of just several people who are just like kind of in agony.
Is the air like humid or cold or hot?
It's freezing cold.
Are there? Can we see anything? Are there cages that they're inside of?
How big is the hole that we have crumbled? Like, is it available?
I would say big enough for you guys to be able to like crawl inwards. Like it's
for
like,
him to walk in and for us to...
For him to walk in. Yes.
What's wrong with this entrance? It's perfectly fine. I just can't reach.
Yeah. So, but it's really dark, and you actually and I'll even get this. As it's open, you start to see these black motes that you saw the time that you were at the pyramid, kind of pop out, just come out a little bit.
I light a torch.
Okay.
Alright, if he really does need a boost, I'll boost him up and get him in there.
Okay. Yeah.
Let him go first.
You just pick him up. He's only 40 pounds.
Oh, that's what I meant.
Stuff him in there.
I'm used to people picking me up by the back of my neck and just throwing me in.
Oh, that's good.
So, yeah, does everybody go in there?
I'm going to do that, but I'm going to try to go last and make one last glance, look at the bodies and the blood and be like...
Yeah. You do note that there's, like, dead priests and then, like, a hole into this building.
And so I've assessed that...
And there's even, like, footprints. This kind of,
you know, like if we moved the bodies, there'd still be a hole. It's, like, just as suspicious either way.
Why don't we fill the hole with the body?
Now at least they'll be like, oh shit, somebody killed these guys. Maybe we shouldn't mess with them.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, so you guys start to walk in. The black motes are, like, hindering your ability to still see clearly.
Even with the torch?
Even with the torch, like...
So is it, like, dimmer than it should be?
It's dimmer than normal. Okay. It's definitely, like, there's, like...
flame to see if it...
Yeah, your produced flame actually does make it a little lighter, but it's still... There's just, like, this weird essence to the air that prevents really any real light.
It's like a tangible darkness, like something you can put...
Like, like I said, there's, like, these little black floating motes. Like, they're not tangible in the sense I can grab them, but they're, like...
Fluid.
These little... Yeah. Fluffy black things just moving around there.
Teeg, are you in here? Teeg. So follow that voice.
Yeah.
Could be anybody, though.
Did that sound like Teeg?
I don't know what that was, to be honest.
Man, that does sound like Teeg singing.
He always was the worst singer.
Teeg sounds fine to me.
Yeah, you,
I knew we should have went left.
let's do marching order here. Who's going up?
I guess I'm in front.
I'm going to take the end.
You're in the back.
Yep.
I'm right behind him.
Second to last, yeah. So
Arn
has filled the hole with his body.
Yeah, no, Arn's kind of covering it. He's like, I got you guys back. Hold on. I'll give you...
Arn's staying at the hole.
Yeah, Arn's right there at the hole.
He's just standing in front of it like this. They can't see me.
You start to take further steps in. You note that the ground is wooden. It's a wooden floor. It's covered in dust. And there's a... You guys got this. You see that there's like a small opening in the center of this room. And it just completely pitch black. As it just looks like it kind of like goes downward. And you hear the sounds that are coming from it just coming down from this point. And so you'd have to kind of jump downwards.
Or tie a rope to something.
Yeah. Can we find anything that we can tie a rope to? Although this sounds like a terrible plan, because if we go down and somebody does come behind us, they could just remove our rope and then we're trapped down there.
Why don't you just send me down?
Well, I was saying tie the rope against Or on you.
Yeah.
Oh, and then just send him down.
lower me.
Send him down.
Well, I guess we can at least find out how deep it is that way. All right, yeah.
I'm in.
So I had to like tie it around me.
As you guys start going,
Brave men go forward, not expecting to return.
Did something happen?
Yeah, I dropped my phone.
You already used that one today.
So
just fit
we're dropping tempo, and all of you guys are just kind of like roping him
Dropping
down.
me.
No,
Oh,
I'm
you.
We're
Okay.
using me as the stationary object.
Okay, I was gonna say give me a strength check, but 40 pounds isn't really that bad.
Yeah, no.
I'm,
Well
I'm
under
going down to
incumbents.
investigate.
It's
with
like a
my
large
With your
dog.
torch. All right, so you're tied up.
Staying away from the rope.
All right.
Is there an actual
I need to start drawing this.
like a wall against which he could repel, or is it just
assuming.
become open?
Well, is there like, can we see any like rafter or something above it so that we can like throw the rope over it and just kind of like?
For some
Yeah, we'll say there is.
All right.
Well, if that's the case, then if there's a rafter, then he can climb up to the rafter, tie it off, and then we don't have to have you tied to it.
Okay.
Was he then just gonna like
Hang
Mission Impossible dive down?
No.
Basically.
He you've thrown it up, you hold it, he shimmies up, takes the slack from you, then ties it up, and then we can all get to it. And now it's hanging from the rafter, and it's very hard for them to untie it without
yeah.
climbing up themselves. Or they can slice it. But.
Yeah. So you guys tie it up to a rafter, and then you're just gonna jump down. Or are you
Well,
gonna
I
try
was
to?
hoping to be lowered down, but yeah.
Well, no. I mean, if we tie it from the rafter, it's just like a fireman's pole. Basically.
You guys are all coming with me?
Well, after
Well-
you like.
Give us the okay signal of... We all agreed on this.
Yeah.
I mean, we
that's-
obviously
that-
know what the signal is.
That's been our signal for years.
Clearly,
I
brothers.
cannot
we were children.
dispute the signal. That was right on cue.
That was so good. That was so good.
I just forgot for a second, I guess.
I can't believe it. You came up with that signal.
We all made
The
fun
only
of
reason
it
we've used it is because of you.
because we're so
yes.
upset. we
I
did
thought
not
it
want
was
to-
terrible.
Out of sight, out of mind, yes.
We still see you. Quit pretending.
All right, you jump down.
Yes.
Give me.
Oh, it already happened.
Wait, you gotta look around first.
Give me a.
Well, wait. Was the caca good? Like, you pull me, you can come with me, or a caca, the get the heck out, or pull me back up?
We probably should
I
have
thought
figured
you
that
guys,
out before
I
he
thought
went
you guys
down.
knew what the signal meant. But
Well, caca is okay. We'll say,
Yeah.
get me the hell out of here. Is screams of terror. You think we should pick him up? Probably.
All right, yeah. Give me a strength check.
strength for me? I'm tied to a rope.
I mean,
No, you're not. You're like
You're gonna
climbing down.
climb. It's climbing.
It should be an easy roll.
Athletics, right?
I think a -1 strength.
Yeah.
That is a 13.
you're shimmying with. I mean, roll one more because you have disadvantage. You got a torch
Oh,
in
yeah,
your
we're
hand.
exhausted.
And you're exhausted, but no, it doesn't.
What
too
up?
bad. The music just got real. All right, you start to lower yourself down, and you realize there's like no end. 50 feet down.
Am I hearing these moans?
Yeah.
The whole
As
time?
like
They're getting louder.
They're getting louder?
yeah, they're getting louder.
Okay. And there's no end.
And there's
Keep
there's
going.
like a.
How long is our rope? Like 40 feet?
It's 50 feet. But
Yeah,
like,
but then you've
I
got,
would say,
like, the-
you probably
the
drop down
rafter and
20
stuff.
feet below the pit,
Okay.
or at least this circle area.
Yeah.
There are no walls under it. It looks like it was just like kind of built up as a platform
Yeah.
for people to kind of walk around it. But the walls seem to kind of extend further beyond than what you're able to touch. And yeah, you're just kind of hanging there at this point. And you got a torch, and the black motes just kind of prevent you from being able to see the walls, to kind of look further down to see how much further down it is. But you're just hanging there now.
20 feet.
20 feet down, yeah.
I'll keep going a little bit further.
No, that's it. You're done. You're extended.
We'd
50
have to,
feet.
We'd have to extend it by some more rope, by tying it to the end.
Oh, okay.
Or
Yeah, you could try. I mean,
Wait. Wait. Okay. He said it's okay to come down.
Timbo starts going down.
Timbo starts climbing down. Yeah.
You feel
So you feel the rope like starting to move around.
You gotta be moving around all over the place.
And you're not moving.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
Eventually, like, I'm gonna assume I'm pretty strong, so I'm not even
This
gonna
is
bother.
not
But you don't have to roll.
mind.
Yeah, so I just like climb down blindly, and then suddenly, like, I feel like a foot, and I'm like,
I need
oh,
more rope.
wait, what?
More
Kira, what?
Why are you still on the rope?
More rope.
Standing on your head.
You can untie yourself, and you might be able to give yourself like an extra 5 feet or so.
I basically communicate to him, lower me.
Can I see
Further
the
down.
torch from where I am?
Yeah, it's right
Okay.
at your feet because he's
Okay.
trying to hold the rope as he's holding.
Hold.
Okay.
Let me down
Wait,
lower.
you haven't touched the ground?
No, I need to go lower.
Wait, we can't lower you. This is the rope.
I thought it was 50 feet. I'm only 20. I'm
Yeah, but it's
confused with the
tied
math.
up at the rafter.
Yeah.
I'm
How
giving
How high
30.
is the rafter?
It's
20
30 feet.
Oh,
Or
geez.
20
that's
feet-ish,
why.
yeah, whatever.
That's my
We'll say
confusion.
25 feet.
I thought the rafter was not
Just
far
drop
away.
the torch. Let's see how
Yeah,
far
that's
it
what I was
goes.
thinking of doing. I'm gonna drop the torch.
Oh god, that's 1,000 feet. If it...
When I listen for it.
Thanks for the follow, white cock.
So they don't even hear it hit the ground?
No,
we
it just
hear
continues down, but
any sound difference in the moans or anything?
no.
This is a terrible plan.
Let's go back up.
Yeah, I just climb right back up. And we don't have the torch anymore.
I had 10 torches in my Explorer.
No,
Hold
so
tempo
the
up.
torch is down there.
Hold
Now, I will say, you didn't hear it land, but it was out of your sight before you could even really know. Because, there's maybe 10, 20 feet of movement or of visibility, and as it goes out, past 30, 40 feet, you immediately lose sight of it because the black mosses cover it up. And, it's...
I
we
pull out
didn't
an
hear
arrow.
it land.
I pull out an arrow and I shoot it down the hole.
Okay, you sure?
I'm positive.
God.
My team. In the middle, right?
You hear...
Do I need to roll damage?
It picks up some velocity hidden down.
You hear a large scream, and not a human scream, but of a
Oh my
large,
gosh. I think I know what this is.
large creature as it just screams out.
Oh my god.
Oh no.
Wait, how big was this hole?
I would say probably about a good 30 feet wide.
Oh no.
I think I know
it's
what
the
this
holding
is.
cell for something we don't want to.
Go!
Yeah,
Get out!
Give me strength checks.
Hey, that's not bad.
Hold on, I didn't
Athletics?
Athletics, yeah.
All right.
This is so bad.
Yeah, I got a 19.
Yeah, I got actually, my athletics? Oh god, that's a 4. Kira is now unseen forever.
Well, you're still tied to the rope.
No, I'm not tied.
No, he just climbed down. We never tied him.
No, we did. You said you were going to untie yourself, but instead you threw the
Oh,
torch
yeah,
down.
that's true.
Yeah,
I did.
you
I
said
did.
you dropped the
Yeah,
torch.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
So
Well,
get
at least
up
you
and
won't
just pull
kill
him.
yourself.
Yeah.
He'll just hurt a lot and maybe get licked
Break
by
your
something
spine.
that's very hungry.
All right. You start to try to climb up. Tembo is just kicking you down the entire time. It's just climbing
Keep
up.
using your head as a foot.
And so he keeps pushing you further down. As soon as you start to make way, his foot, whoosh, and he's climbing up higher. And then there's a point where you just hit bottom again. Kind of pop your back a little bit as it just pulls on it a little harder. And you hear the screech you hear,
Yeah. I know what that
and
is.
How long
you
does
make it up to the top easily. You're up to the top.
Can you pull him up?
Yeah, I just start pulling the
You start
rope.
trying to pull it, and with that, you hear the flapping of these large wings, and I'm trying to debate on what I want to do.
If I
I'll
don't
debate
feel like
over a sip of beer.
if I don't feel like I'm being pulled up fast enough, I'm just throwing that short bow back down. I'm gonna start plumbing arrows into that
I
hole.
will. Overall, you guys are both really trying to pull yourself up. So
Yeah.
I would say that you're able to do it well enough. Just as you start to get over, you feel a large hook, like a long protruding hook, as it just slaps right into your right. I'll just make this really bad.
I have
It's
very
right into your Achilles heel,
I have very
Oh,
small
fuck.
legs.
and it just rips your tendon out,
Oh jeez.
Oh shit.
and you feel this immense pain, and as it just courses, not even just through just that part, but through the rest of your body, as you feel just this evil energy just kind of course through it, and you take 12 necrotic damage. And you hear, everyone starts to hear this flapping and like the air starting to move around faster and faster. It's dark, you can't really tell other than the produced flame that's still kind of holding up.
Can we still see the light from for the people on top?
Yeah, and there's,
the light
you
from the
see
hole that
Arn's face is kind of like standing there, is like, what's going on, guys?
It's very good art.
Thumbs up. What's up, guys?
Wrong warehouse.
As you guys are starting to get out in the midst of all the wind this is blowing around, you hear kind of screams like even louder.
That's me screaming.
But like it's not coming from the creature. Like it seems like you're so close there, but not.
Like there's cells maybe inside to the walls.
Yeah.
Like it's the pit, but cells that are in the walls. Like of the pit. So we just couldn't see them.
So when I finally get over the edge,
You get over the edge.
and I have
Just
this
barely in
major
time.
pain and this evil going through me, I literally just lay there.
Yeah, can he walk?
Not with a
Not very, very difficult.
I'm like,
I mean, you can't
severely wounded.
stand with it.
Yeah.
not with a blown
I'm hanging
Achilles.
on by a thread.
And
All
the
right, I
flapping
just,
is
like,
still going.
grab you
Should
and-
we roll initiative, or are we gonna just? Are you guys gonna try to? What are you guys gonna try to do?
Well,
I think we should roll initiative just to do things in the order that
I
you
think
guys
that's
want. Let's
probably
roll
a good idea.
initiative.
Do we need a disadvantage
Hold on,
on
let me
it?
pull up this. Yeah,
I have advantage
can't
on all
even-
of it. On all.
Oh, you have advantage? Okay.
All right.
21.
Well, how much?
21.
21. Dang, dude.
Advantage.
20.
20. Who's above 15 to 20? 10 to 15. All right. 11.
I'm 10.
10. All right. I think this is a good order. This is a pretty good order. I didn't have to change anything, except for Kurt. So let's pull this up. What are we doing,
Garrett.
Garrett?
I look to see Kira screaming in pain, grasp at his leg. I'm assuming something's behind him, and I immediately look over the edge to see if something following.
Using just a brief light, you start to see the produced flame lights up just kind of a hook as it kind of moves out of the sun, the light just a little bit.
Oh, like something's
And
crawling up, or
it's almost like something is like hooking upwards, and the wings are just kind of. It sounds like there's wings, but there's like movement and wind as it's blowing upward out of this hole, and as you kind of look over the pit, you start to see a blue light illuminate, and as it does, you can see just the faint outline of a face of a creature that's large.
pull the bow quickly to try to at least slow it down.
But I will say this: as it happens, you see. I'll describe what you see because it's going to have an effect on your action. You start to see a large face of like this oblong-shaped head, and it's got several holes kind of embedded inside it, and about like 10 large tentacles as it hangs lower. And there are these large spikes that jut outward for about like a foot on each side. And as it starts to light up blue, you see that its tentacles start to part a little bit, and you see just rows and rows of circular teeth, and this blue flame starts to kind of come out and emanate. So as the first time coming across a not beast, clearly, roll me a sanity check.
Which sanity is
Yep, so d20 plus your modifier, which I think is just plus
0.
6.
That's not bad.
You going crazy, boy?
Okay, but
But you fail.
Would you say it's a monster?
No, this is no
Okay.
creature. This is alien style. And you see as it starts to light up further, you see that its body continues down probably 10, 20 feet.
What?
And
It's the thing from the other.
it,
yes.
but there's no wings on it. So this is different from what
Okay.
Rodan described.
It's more of like a snake type thing because you said it's like 10 or
There's
20
like
feet.
large tentacles that it hangs that are it's got a large body and spikes kind of sticking out from behind as it goes backwards, and then as its body ends, you see that there's like these large tentacles that hang out, probably like 5 or 6, and each of them have hooks on the hanging from them.
Do I have the feeling that when it's opening its maw that it's like inhaling or anything?
Yeah, it's like inhaling, getting ready to shoot something out.
Okay.
And as that happens, roll me a D100.
Nice knowing you, bud.
And you lose 1 point.
I'm like way over here. He's way down here. He's really a
Yeah, but you looked
13.
at him.
I did look at him. 13. Yep.
It's not bad.
It's the best roll I could have
You
done.
said
That
that
is the
too
best.
when he failed.
I know, but
That's not bad.
It's not
but
as bad as it could be.
it was
the
a
high
binary,
is worse,
and it
the low
failed.
is good. As you see this energy starting to course through you, and the wind as it's blowing, there's no wings. Like, where's this wind coming from? You start to just feel, for probably the first time, truly terrified, and so you're frightened.
Oh, that's not so bad.
What's frightened to do?
You have to-
Disadvantage on.
Yeah, disadvantage on attacks, and you
Basically
can't
everything.
willingly move towards the creature.
I'm going to willingly shoot it in the face, though.
Okay.
In the throat as best I can.
Yeah,
Down
disadvantage.
its mouth. Disadvantage is
It hasn't gone yet, so you have advantage.
So just roll.
So it cancels out.
have this ready. Saved all my superiority dice for this thing.
That's not so bad.
18 plus 7 is 25.
If that doesn't
18
hit,
plus
we're
7
out
is
of here.
25. 25 does hit.
For 7.
Okay. It hits it. The arrow bounces off its armor, but it just, like, doesn't seem to be truly effective.
Nice knowing you, Teeg.
All right.
Well,
Hera.
so how many?
Okay.
So I use what action did I use for looking over? And what action did I use? The
Nothing. No, I'll give it to you for free. Because
Alright,
I
well-
made you go insane.
Well, I'm gonna. If I see that it did nothing, I'm gonna. Are you holding him?
Yeah, I was grabbing
you
him before
dragging
he
him?
asked for initiative, so like I've currently at least got my hands on him
Yeah,
trying to pull
I
him
will
up.
do what you said: is not move towards the beast, turn and put my hand on Kira in the hopes of helping Tembo get out.
Okay. Yeah. So you go and you help him, so you would get advantage.
And
on
I
helping
scream,
or whatever.
"Run!"
Or would cancel out your disadvantage. Kira,
Yeah, I'm running for the hole.
you feel the wind blowing all over. It doesn't even make sense where the direction's coming from, but you just hear this large screech. I wish I could do like an eagle screech, because that's basically what it sounds like. Just very hard to- as it's just like deafening.
I'm running
Close.
for the hole.
Okay, well, you're kind of grappled. You can't really walk. You're
Yeah.
well, not grappled in that sense, but like you're trying to move. I'll say you move with Tembo. So Tembo, on your turn, do you what do you do?
Yeah, I'm just like grabbing him and
And you start. Give me just give me one acrobatics check, or not acrobatics, athletics, to see how effective.
I'm pretty effective.
Yeah,
That's a 23.
I'll say you move your full movement, pulling him all the way through. You guys get to the hole.
Yeah, and if he has enough, I'm gonna let
If-
him take him. If he had
Yeah,
enough
if Arn's
pull him.
is Arn in front of the hole?
Yeah, Arns is still chilling. He can't see nothing. He's just like, "What's going on?" He's like,
I screamed, "Run!"
Actually, no. He says, "No." It's like, "Who passed gas?" Like,
God. I'm just like trying to shove him through the hole to get us
Okay,
out of
yeah.
there.
So you start trying to push him out that way. I'll say with all your movement, you get to the hole, and you start to get in the process of doing that. Rodin, you're right at the edge, right at the cusp of the thing. You're holding your flame. You see this blue light as it starts to emanate through. What do you do?
I'm gonna go Esfera de Fuego and put a flaming sphere, kind of like right in the
Right in his face.
right in the center of the
Nice.
of the hole, so that
Yeah, I like that. Heck yeah.
So that
boosh, it pops up. Roll. Does it roll damage if it's in its space? I'll say it's close enough to its space that you can roll damage for it.
1d6.
Okay, so as it starts to kind of light up, I'll give you this
2.
one.
It's like a mosquito bite.
You see that it kind of sizzles the thing a little bit, but the sphere is clearly blocking it. So definitely really good. I like that. Can you continue to run out?
Oh, actually, it's 2d6.
Okay, yeah, roll another one.
and every turn that he ends his turn there.
Yeah.
Dexterity
5.
save or take 2d6.
Okay, yeah. That seems to do some pretty good damage to it, but it's like it starts to sizzle kind of its mask and it cries out further. And you said you run off to it, or run off to the hole?
Yeah.
So as you guys do that, you hear him scream screeching just as loud, and it just reverberates through within the building. All
Is this like the cultist?
piercing. Not the Colts. This is actually like louder. Everyone, give me a wisdom saving throw.
I'm dead.
19.
Who rolled below 15?
13.
Kira.
Dang. Each of you guys take 4 psychic damage.
Oh, jeez. Couldn't be 3?
It's 4. And
I am knocked out.
just as his brain starts to turn to mush, all of you guys, well, you're out.
I'm out.
You two, for the first time seeing this come out, as this it goes through the fire, takes some pretty good damage, or it'll sit on the fire. As it lights up, you guys start pushing through. You see this creature with all the description I gave of the giant knives, kind of like spikes, kind of hanging out from its sides. And give me a sanity check as
What the
first
hell
time
is
seeing this
that?
alien creature starts to rack your brain.
Got a 15.
15.
No. Kira's out. I'll roll for Arn. Arn's fine too. He got 15. Yeah, so you guys are in the hole as he's kind of stuck because there's fire and he's trying to get out of the way. I was going to have an attack on all of you guys, but that fire was really good. It was clutch. It held him back. And you guys are able to get out of the hole on your next turn. So, what do we do?
Save me.
As you do, you guys get out, and finally the flame, he's finally able to get around, and you hear just a large crash against the wall, and it starts to crack all around the sides. And you see, for the slightest moment, as a tentacle and a hook kind of hangs out to the side to grab it, to pull on it, the light burns its skin as it cries out, and then it moves away.
I just grab my
hole bigger.
I grab my crowbar and just start like pulling on the on the opening.
Yeah, give me a strength check for that.
Hey, can I get guidance from him?
Do you still have it? Yeah, okay, he can.
Yeah, it's
as
a
you're starting to do
cantrip.
that, he lays his hands on you.
Ooh, disadvantage. That's a 12.
Yeah. After a while of just kind of banging on it, you start to realize it's kind of a futile effort. Like the hole you made was as big as it's going to get, and you see the creature just kind of fly back down.
If only we had a mirror or something, just like.
I think I saw this movie.
All right.
So what are we doing?
We should get out of here.
So we're not surrounded by priests right now, are we? We come out with...
You come out, you look around.
The
and you
dead
see
bodies are still there?
priests, the dead bodies are still there, and the priests have cleared out.
And you're carrying a dead body.
Yeah, I was going to say, give me your first death saving throw.
Oof.
That's a fail.
Boom, boom, boom.
Heal. Yep.
That's not how he says it.
What do you do? What does it look like when you heal? No, I mean like for flavor. Like what does it look like you're doing?
I go to him and I kind of like try and touch him, you know, and
I mean, it wouldn't be D&D if we wouldn't make a sex joke about that.
I'm a very small
Lay on
person.
hands,
You might have big
healing.
hands. You know, I'm not sure exactly where this
so
is going.
I'm just going like
But I'm feeling good.
like a vape rub, you know,
Yeah, vape
on
rub,
the
just start rubbing his chest.
and
Deep tissue massage, as Arn puts it.
and I go sana sana,
Sana sana.
colita de rana.
All right, so it starts to heal and close up his wounds. Roll the heal as
1d8 plus.
Kira comes back, takes his breath as he comes back to you.
Ooh, that's
yeah.
good.
That's a good roll.
7 plus 3. That's 10.
It's pretty good.
In almost all cultures, that is
How's his?
Did I kill it?
His heel?
His heal,
Defended?
I would say. Yeah, it starts to close up his heel a little bit. It's going to hurt for a while.
So
it's
the
going to be
heel-
sore.
the heel is
it's not
healed?
completely though, because it's.
But he
it's
can
only
walk
just-
again. Like he can
He
stand
can.
on
He can
it
start
again.
walking on it.
Okay.
But, yeah. Yeah. What do you guys want to do?
Well, at this
Do you
point,
need to? Okay. I think we're going to cut it there just for a moment. We'll be back. I think we're just going to leave the game like this, though. We're just going to stay on. We'll just have chat. If anybody's in chat, let's just hang out, because whoever doesn't need to go, like, we can go. But, like, we'll just break for...
Sure.
We'll call it a quick 5-minute break. Now we'll play some break music.
Break music.
Where's my break
Kira
music?
is broken.
Oh, it's the one song that I don't put on there, but that's okay.
Yeah,
We'll just do some Blacktail music.
That thing was fucked up sounding.
Yeah, the descriptions are very good.
I don't know if I'm doing a good job explaining it, but that is what that creature looks like.
my
Oh
lord.
shit! Hey, let's take that and put it
just
under
put it in
the
the
dice
camera.
cam.
There we go.
That is the thing that we have.
That is the thing that you guys are fighting.
That is really
no.
fucked
That
up
is the
looking.
thing we're running away from. Let's
All
make
right,
it clear.
running away from. Fair enough.
Shit.
That is incredible.
What the fuck?
We need some dynamite to blow
Yeah.
that building off.
Yeah, just blow the building up. Let the sun cook it.
Jeez.
These are like legit creatures from the lore.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like, are we saying they're legit creatures from the lore? Like, oh look, it's like a goblin. Oh no, it's a little bit better than it, like a bugbear.
No,
No, I think he's saying it's
for those
legit.
of
Like,
you
an
who don't
ancient
really know, like,
dragon level
there's
thing.
like a Lovecraft and Robert Howard type influence into the game. That's
I was
gonna
really
start
trying to
making a lot
understand
of
like the size and scale of what this thing is able to do destructively. It's like-
Yeah, it sounded really big by the
Yeah.
way he was talking.
and the fact that
looking
it
at that
like
picture.
took out his like leg and like that. That's like,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, I think this is just like one of a few different creatures that I found that I think I'm going to have a lot of fun with.
You're
I think-
gonna.
So the tendon thing
And
makes
you-
me think that maybe we should like do some of the. There's a variant rule in the DMG
Oh yeah.
for lasting injuries.
Lasting and
I like
Like
that.
it'd make it a little bit.
flavorful.
Yeah.
because you remember that event happened.
Yeah, so it's usually like for either I think if it drops you to unconscious or if it's a crit, then you roll on this table to see what happens.
Now, when you get cured, normally in D&D,
It doesn't.
Does it have an effect? Like, let's
And
say your
with
finger
the-
get cut off. Like, would your finger come back?
No.
So in this case, we got lucky that he was able to.
Yeah, if he had lost his foot, we would have been screwed.
So do we
continue
want to
from
do something like that?
Cure the
Art says he
unseen.
likes that.
Kira the hobbled?
I mean, because I like that
the
idea.
Hobbling
I like the
Hobbit.
idea.
Hobbling
I think it adds to the idea of like
It's-
going
it's
insane.
a
You got
lot-
these lasting injuries. There's
It's
just
a
like
lot
of
darker, grittier of a game.
Yeah.
If we do something like
I
that.
like that.
Like
Scars.
it's kind of
Sort of
yeah. It's
scars
like
sort of thing.
yeah. You start taking penalties on things.
Kira's like, wait. Can we start it now? Like after
Yeah.
not before
From this
happened?
point forward.
I did say that it wasn't completely healed. Like it still hurts to walk on it, and we'll say that you have just for now, just a limp now, until it slowly starts to heal over time. And I'll read up the
That
rules.
might,
and see what
hurt,
it
that might
actually
hurt my stealth a little bit, but
Dude, he got his tendon ripped out. He ain't bouncing back after a nap.
Well, at least we've
what
got.
team are you on?
Yeah, where's the
We
inspiration?
got magic healing.
Yeah, where's that extra inspiration for watching the stream?
I do
from
have
on
2
there?
inspiration. Can I use one of my inspiration points to get my tendon back?
Send it back.
That should make it bigger. I'm gonna go rush real quick. I'll be back.
I think at that point, yeah, we don't see the dice cam.
We need
Yeah.
another follower at this point because having as fun as it is to have White Buck as our last follower.
Yes, it would be good to get another follow.
Didn't he add some new stuff to the stream elements thing?
Yeah, he added disadvantage.
Ooh.
Because before we had inspiration, so we had a disadvantage, advantage, and I think healing potion. Somebody should
There's-
do.
Yeah, we got the
Should do
the
bang
200.
items, I think is what it is.
You can get to it by clicking in the thing in chat.
Bang items.
Yeah.
I think it's bang items.
Let me
Yeah.
see. How many points do I have?
Give it a second.
No, that's not what I want.
And then you should get a message
Yeah, it takes a second.
from stream elements.
Are you see how long it takes? Because Bang Gold for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, bang gold. Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't see it for some reason in the
Yeah.
app. In the computer, I saw it.
Yeah. Do the elements pop up in mobile?
The what do you mean?
When you do Bang Gold or Bang Items or?
Yeah, I mean it's just
It
chat.
pops up, yeah. I mean, so the one problem that I saw with this was that, and so this is a stream elements problem, and I had to like talk to support about it. When you redeem an item, like it'll pop up in chat because I have my bot that'll say like, "Hey, you successfully did this." The problem we run into is that for some reason you can hear the sound. You get the alert that the sound goes off because when you buy an item, you pay for a sound. But really, it's just an in-game item thing, right? You hear the sound, you don't see a notification that'll pop up. And they're supposed to be fixing that.
That sucks.
But yeah, they're trying to figure it out. But
We can buy
Shape
it.
Elements was like really cool about it. They're like helping me out, like go through the whole thing, debug the problem. But
Oh, really?
yeah, I don't know if I should get another drink.
I'm debating myself.
I'll be alright.
Yeah, I don't see him.
But other than that, let's see here. Let's just do this. Who's in chat right now? We got 2 minutes. Oh crap, that was a lot of money. Dang it, I missed
Yes.
that. That's 200 gold.
Free potion for us!
I'm joining too. You guys can't have this.
What do you
Bane join and you can get a chance to win some 200 gold. Mind if I have another dude? Actually, no, I got one of my other ones.
Gotta get my
Not
points.
Twitter? Dang you.
You got like 30 seconds.
30
Oh my
seconds
God.
I wrote in all the text like as if like a monster horde comes in.
Come on, wide cock. You know you want some gold.
White copper. Someone else needs to follow because I don't need
That's what we were
forever.
saying.
Oh, that stupid.
Latest
Ad.
follower. Yeah.
I found that you can actually get past that ad in the
I can
app
still-
by
I can
just
still
like
chat it.
going back and then hitting the stream again, and it'll just
Yeah, it usually stops because it's like random when they choose to do that.
Yes!
come in at the last second to snipe it. What?
Wow.
Well, you need that healing potion.
I need my
anyways.
tendon back.
Now,
yeah.
now type in Bang slots and then the number that you want to try to gamble. I told you the system was rigged.
Why did you do that?
He told me to.
Do you do everything he tells you?
Basically.
Oh my god.
That's amazing. Geothermal
Geo
lost his
head.
Why? Why would you do that?
It's so rigged.
You're throwing away our beautiful items. Oh my god.
That's funny.
Did Kira win?
Yeah, he
won
wanted
and
that.
then
He lost half of it. He was like, "Oh, let me play the slots that Brian has admitted is like horribly
The house
rigged."
wins.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, I love it.
Oh,
That's so
Gio
amazing.
wanted to win it.
Sorry, I didn't call you Mort. Opposite.
There you go. Yeah, that's right. Oh, don't buy test because test, was the thing.
Well,
that was
it's free. It's not like
Yeah.
Healing potion? Inspiration, healing potion, critical hit.
Oh, yeah, don't buy test.
Don't buy test. Well, it's not worth anything, anyways. All right. So we're all back at the table. We all ready to go?
Back to running
yeah.
for our Kira's life.
All right. Let me get the right.
So at this point, it's maybe noon.
Hey, healing potion, 2d4
Plus 2.
plus 2.
Plus 2?
I will redeem.
Well, 2d4.
But he's like, what are you rolling over there?
How's that 2d6? 2d4 plus 2?
Yeah.
Oh, that's not one.
5 plus 2.
It's average. 7.
Yeah. This. You just realized like the healing you received was a lot more effective, and you, as you're kind of waking up, you start to feel like this beautiful mustache. It's kind of whispering in your ears. Be healed.
That's really weird and creepy.
Creepy.
Roll sanity.
And yeah, you feel like his Rodin's
Oh, it's-
heals were just a lot more effective than.
Oh, I thought it was Mort giving me my
Yeah,
that-
Mort
that was the
is
implication.
actually the meta god in this world.
Yes.
So he whenever he feels ever so imposed to do so by our loyalty points. Let me just ask for the begging of this. Stay in chat, please. Mort the meta god comes into existence, and then I forgot how Mort actually talked in our game. He had like a really raspy voice.
Yeah.
Be healed.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that's something
even
like that.
creepier.
No,
It was
that's
something
even
like
worse.
that.
Like right here next to your ear, I mean, you'd be like,
Yeah,
swag.
it was something like that because that's the staff of little power, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
So,
We're outside of the building. We're
right,
in
so
line.
which
Yeah.
way do we want to do
You're
it?
outside
I'm like still
Flattened docks?
fireman carrying him.
So, flattened docks, the docks, flattened ox, or the docks. Those are my
The Western Docks, right?
Yeah, the Western
Why?
docks.
Why are you writing poems right now?
I don't wear socks. Let's go.
Who are you trying to outfox?
Where do you want to go? Back to the inn or to the docks? These are the only locations we have.
There are other locations you guys haven't
we-
really explored.
I mean, that we have some knowledge of.
What was at the docks?
It was the
Slaves came in.
the slaves
on
came
the
in
ships.
there on the ships. So what
that
I'm
what it
imagining
said?
is
I thought so.
That's
I'm
probably
pretty sure
not.
that's not what I said.
It's
Well, that's what the
lady.
characters remember.
Oh, that's fair. That's fair. You
I
know
have a
what,
low
yeah.
intelligence.
I think we
It's
all
where the lady had her shop or something like that.
the shop.
The one.
Yeah,
her
Bryn
shop thing,
Bryn
the-
Moore says that
Taryn
during
Moore.
the day she sells at the docks, and if you ever need help, or
I thought she said
All right.
slaves came in.
I think we should maybe go there.
To the, yeah, is it the Western Docks? So
Western
it's-
Docks, yeah.
So that's across the street.
um,
We're traveling south to the temple.
yeah.
So then it's across the street. We gotta go.
You guys are in the center of the town, by the way, just to kind of give you a relative
Okay.
location of where you're
But
at.
the flattened docks was north of where we're at today, and then the far northern gate is where we came in.
Have we
Yep.
seen any wanted posters with our faces on them yet?
It's
No.
not been that long.
It's been like five, it's been
Didn't
like
Mort
5
come
minutes.
in and start painting? It's like the meta got.
I just want to make sure.
Let's
Yeah,
get
you,
to the-
you do note that like Mort the Metagod didn't heal your ankle. You still have a limp. It's hard to walk on it, but you are healed.
He's being carried though.
Your
right?
other wounds have healed up nicely.
But,
Um,
let's make a ruckus at the
200 gold.
docks as we're going. Let's make a ruckus at the docks so that people see us, so they can associate us with being there and not over there.
La la la. Really enjoying being at the docks today.
Good.
Been here for a couple of hours.
Enjoying the.
Did you
hear
hear
that
that commotion over on the other side of the city?
I didn't hear
It says hanging
anything.
down on the shoulder.
I am unaware of anything happening in this town today.
That limp you have, it's been around forever.
I dealt with this in birth.
I'm like wiping blood off of my chest. Like,
so you guys make your way to the west, and it's a long journey. Let me think about this. I would say it's going to take you probably about 2 hours to get through. It's a long time to get. Like you're in the center. Like this is a huge city. I gotta keep stressing that 20,000 elves live here.
That's what we're gonna do when we get there.
Yeah, and so that's what I'm saying. Like it
yeah,
takes a
yeah,
long
we're not
time
like
to move through.
doing this the entire time.
We are not going towards the docks. We're coming from the docks.
Yeah, so once you guys start to see like it clear out, you hear the boats kind of moving around, you hear the birds kind of chirping and whatever, and you do see that there's, as you start approaching and getting closer and closer, you see that there are elves out in the streets. There are people who are walking. You see that there's like some food businesses, and that like there's a lot more life. The further you move from that center temple point, like you start to actually see people walking around.
Are they still being silent?
Most of them, so a lot of the elves look to be, some of them look like very strung out, like waiting just to find something to get them back in that euphoria state. And others look like they feel good, they look fine, they look really good, they look really healthy. But that's a very rare occurrence. Like the time you guys came across Thrin was when you know she was like a normal looking elf. She looked really really healthy, and others look to be kind of just like numb to the world. But yeah, there are a few streets where there's people kind of like at a central point where they're kind of like at a big booth and they're making some meats and stuff and serving them out and whatever. People are kind of paying like just like a few coppers here and there just to buy some food. And but beyond that, like you smell like it smells like some pretty good meats, but there's just kind of like a funk to it. It just doesn't seem like it's even fresh meat really, so it doesn't even really seem that appetizing as you start to smell like just kind of like dog food being cooked.
Skeever, dog food.
It's actually kind of making me hungry.
That's true. Yeah, I mean,
Brings back memories of what was her name? I have it on a card somewhere, I think. Wait.
Rowana.
Yeah, Rowana. Like
Yeah.
Rowana's
Town hag.
Rowana Skeever.
Skeever, culinary expert.
Mouth's watering just thinking about it.
yeah. I mean, there's like just a small line to get to it.
So we're on the western docks, meaning that this
You're
is the
getting
bay.
you're getting close to it. Yeah, I just wanted to kind of emphasize that there's life here. You guys are exiting that dark territory of just like right being next to the church, and now you're like moving to where there's life.
Sort of want to see if I can find some good sacks of flour or bays of hail.
Bays of
hay.
hail.
Bales of hay.
There are bays of hail.
To see if I could take a nap over here, like because if it
Oh, you
feels,
just want to like go sleep in them.
well, just see if just do it because we're tired, and so if there's a way we can get relief from whatever darkness is that's in the center of town, if out here we have the opportunity to sleep.
Well, we were succumbed to the
But
same
that-
darknesses in our own city.
No, but that thing you probably didn't see it, but it like recoiled from the sun. So maybe if we sleep during the day,
Yeah, that too.
like maybe it can't get in our dreams then.
I'm willing to try. I'm so tired, and that was terrifying.
Yes. Let's sleep.
Okay. You guys go into an alley. We'll just say like there's an alley where there's just like bales of hay. Did I say that right? Bales of hay? No.
Yeah.
Now it's
Yeah,
you said it
bales of hay.
Hails a bay. Got it.
In this world, it's bays of hail.
Bales of hail. Bays of hail. Forever ruined. Yeah, there's like some straw. We'll call it that. There's some straw hanging out there. There might be some like horse dung in it here and there, but for the most part, it looks like it could be made for just like a nice little backrest or something like that. But yeah, it's a nice dark alley and kind of away from the rest of the crowds that you guys could just kind of relax. Yeah, I would say everything kind of passes. Are you guys just trying to do a short rest? Or are you trying, like,
if it's noon, I will sleep till it goes until the sun goes down. Like if I can, because we're tired.
Okay.
We're gonna get over the exhaustion.
So
And this, I'm sure he wants to get over it too, because he's got to sleep.
Yeah, I gotta recover my spells, expended spells.
Yeah, maybe.
Dang it, the music went the wrong way for me to be happy.
let me just play some sleep music. You guys lay down. You guys gonna get comfy in a little bit. You guys set up camp. Is anybody watching?
I'm gonna watch
Barn.
first and see if they sleep. If they are able to go to sleep fine.
Okay.
Oh, good
How
point.
much?
How well is he feeling?
I'm feeling about
won't meta about
50%.
Okay.
He's about 50% healthy. Come on.
Yeah. I mean, I'm feeling
that's
like
fair. That's fair.
I'm a little tired. I'm a little weak.
Yeah.
Well,
Everyone's exhausted. Yeah, I agree.
Everyone's
Yeah.
exhausted.
okay.
so
As,
you're gonna-
as
you're
they're
gonna keep
falling
on?
asleep, I'm gonna keep awake. I'm gonna give him a little rub, baby brother.
Little rub down.
Okay.
Touching me again.
That means something I don't understand.
All right. Well,
Okay, so you give him another
Safe
Sana de
search on.
Rana?
Cure wounds.
Okay. Just roll
But
it.
that after I wait at least that I see that they're actually able to sleep.
Yeah.
I say,
Um,
all's well that ends
Yeah.
well.
Are you asking for
That'll be
something?
fine.
yeah, I don't. That,
Yeah.
that's
ending
not
that-
helpful at all.
extra-
An ending
Fine.
that's happy.
5.
Okay, yeah. So you feel a little better. Your wounds heal up.
I'm a little above 50%.
But only a smidge.
So, okay. You're staying awake. Give me a perception check.
Perception. That'll be 13.
Okay. All right. The three of you guys. Give me. What is his Constitution saving throw?
Damn it.
Arn does not pass. You don't pass.
No.
You pass.
18.
We'll wait.
And you pass. Okay.
One with proficiency in con saving throws fails.
This is gonna be you guys actually both start to fall asleep. You feel kind of the exhaustion is wearing you down. The fact that you guys' brains have been like really tested today, you just pass out. Okay. You pass out. As you kind of you're trying to keep watch. You're exhausted. The running, the movement, the magic you've been casting, the healing is just worn you out. You fall asleep. So give me a Constitution saving throw.
Nice.
Okay, but you're fine though. So that exhaustion just you black out is probably the better appropriate term to say that you guys just pass out. As you start to kind of lull yourself to sleep and you kind of go under, you wake up. Both you and Arn are in the same alleyway that you're at.
But
the rest of the guys aren't there.
Oh.
No, they're not there at all. You wake up and you're just alone.
Where'd they go?
Arn says, I don't know. Did they leave without us? Maybe they went to get some food or something.
Do we hear the sounds?
You don't hear anything, actually. And you do see that it's actually daylight still.
Mm-hmm. So I'm going to put a hand on the sword as we, look around. Cause
yes, he grabs... Arn has a staff, right? I think that's what he has. if he shows up in
Everybody looks over.
What do you got, Arn? We'll wait patiently. He gets his weapon. He's probably got like a dagger or something like that. And you guys venture forth or what?
Yeah, I mean, I'll kind of
just a dagger. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just a dagger.
I'll kind of go forward, looking.
Yeah.
Around corners and stuff, trying to figure out what's going on. If I see any sign of them.
You start to look around from side to side. There's no sense of life at all. But off in the distance, you hear what should be the docks, kind of a cry out.
What does it sound like? Like a human?
Help! Yeah.
Does it sound like a familiar voice, or
no?
It just sounds.
It's like, stay away.
Well, I guess I'll say it sounds like somebody's in trouble.
Arn's like, I'm following you.
Could
I'm not the hero in this story.
Arnold's his dagger.
I'm just a torch randomly. He's like, following you.
I'm following you.
Could be one of the guys. I don't know. So yeah, I'll kind of run off that direction.
Okay, yeah, and you hear Arn's footsteps behind you as they patter. As you start running, you realize that there's actually just you don't remember running. You just remember getting there. And you run for a while, and it feels like that a while, but you forget why you were there or why you even came here. And you show up at this destination, and you're just kind of looking around. Arn is not with you.
Arn is not with me, or
right?
Okay, so I'm just by myself.
You're by yourself now, and you're looking around. You're in the town center where the food would have been at, and you kind of faintly remember smelling that, but it's not there. There's nobody here.
Do I remember that Arn was with me?
Yeah.
All right. So
you hear just faint sound of there was Arn, and there's no sounds. And you start to hear kind of a banging on the wall, in a building not too far off. Help!
I take off for it.
Yeah, and you're suddenly right in front of the door. As you start, do you just bust it open?
Bust it open.
You think about it, and the door is opened. And in there, you don't see anything but darkness.
Think about finding Teeg.
Let's use it to our advantage.
I'm just gonna. I'm not really thinking. This is all weird, so I'm just gonna kind of go in.
Okay. Yeah, you walk in there, and it's interesting because it was dark when you saw it, but as you enter the room, the light is the same as in this room. and you enter this room. It's bright as it can be, and you see on the other side a creature. And his eyes are kind of where his chest is at, and his mouth starts from his chest and it works its way upward. And he's just got rows of teeth as his head kind of splits open. His head is upside down, and he's got 4 arms comes out, and each got claws. And it sees you. Its eyes don't blink at all.
Is this the thing that was in previous dreams?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I would have seen this already, right?
You hadn't seen it. Kira and
Arn.
Oh, right. I didn't go to
saw it.
sleep. That's right.
Yeah, you didn't go to sleep. So you see just the head split open as it starts to look at you. Eyes, there's no eyelids. It just stares at you. What do you do?
It doesn't come at me immediately? or?
Not immediately. I'm going to give you a chance to react.
Um,
I would say give me another Constitution saving throw.
that is a 15. Oh, no, I'm sorry. That's a 17.
Okay. As you see this thing, you know that it's not a reality, or it doesn't feel like it is, but you know that you're alive. You feel alive, but you start to kind of see that the image starts to kind of melt away. But the creature then starts to run at you.
And then I just pull the sword out and...
Okay, yeah. Let's. He's gonna try to swipe at you. 2 arms come out, and we'll say, you can parry, right?
Yeah.
Does a plus 6, 19 hit?
Yes.
Okay, so
If it doesn't, he's wearing some.
yeah, that's pretty hardcore.
It looks like the Green
You
Knight.
should feel good. I didn't even get to check my AC.
No, well, I did roll like a 27 or
Yeah.
whatever it was. Like, as you feel one of his hands, he goes through it and you parry off his like these large claws, parry it off, and the other one just kind of comes from within and scratches and like actually just kind of stabs within your stomach, and you take 12 piercing damage as it just stabs you, and it feels like it's going to continue, but the dream melts away, and you wake up.
And everybody else is around me?
Yeah, you wake up and
Am I
How long
like...
has it been?
Am I like bleeding or anything?
it's been like it's still daylight out. Like it hasn't maybe even only been like a minute since you went to sleep.
Since all of us went to sleep?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Well,
Shut up.
I'm like holding my stomach and like, that plan didn't work. Oh.
I will say like these guys are just blacked out.
I was
Like
gonna
they
say,
don't.
I
They,
can't
just,
imagine
they definitely
I
don't
woke us up
react.
after our
Is-
exhaustion.
They
Is
seem to be
Arn-
just totally fine sleeping. And Arn is
Is he still asleep?
he's still asleep. Yeah.
I'm gonna second wind. I'm a little low.
And you gain. Are you gonna like try to go back to sleep?
I don't know. That kind of messed me up.
Yeah.
Like
I would say that kind of like that definitely has a strain on you. You could do a sanity roll, or you could take another level of exhaustion. I'll give you choice.
I'll go for a sanity roll.
Okay. As you wake up, remembering that creature, and you failed, by the way. Did you mark 1 off of it? You should be at a 10.
Yeah, I did.
Okay, cool.
I'm at it. Great.
Nice.
I got an 18.
Oh, you just took it away. Sorry, 18.
Sorry.
No, you're fine.
18.
Yeah, but there's an imprint in your mind of this creature, as its red eyes just like forever just continue to stare at you in the back of your mind, and it keeps you awake. All right.
Well,
the rest of the night
doing watch.
passes.
The day, you mean?
The rest of the day passes uneventfully. Towards, I would say, like towards the end of the 8 hours, a man comes up to you. You see him just kind of trudging down the hallway, the alleyway, and
Is he like approaching like intentionally at us?
He's old. He's got like a cane. He's like almost looks like everything's sunken. His skin is sinking in. Like he's just old. Looks very starved, kind of, and his like clothes are tattered, and his hair is very unkempt. He's got this very long white beard, and he's kind of walking just like as if this is a normal day thing, and he takes note of you guys and he says, "I won't be out here in the night if I was you."
Are we awake at this point?
I would say you guys are still asleep. Tempo's awake.
No. Thanks for the advice, old man.
Says them creatures come out here, especially in this place. They drink them waters.
What do you know of them?
Plenty. And he like just continues to walk.
They're like, hey, come sit with me for a little bit.
Says, all right, yeah. Just like settles down, sits right in the straw, hangs out.
Have you've seen them?
Yes.
How?
They do something to your mind, and
This is an elf.
no, he's not. He's a human.
So that's interesting seeing another human around here.
There's a few of us here. Yeah.
How do you sleep?
That's a very good question. Practice.
What do you mean? How do you do this? I mean, I just close my eyes and that's normally how it works.
Yeah.
But here it's
I understand what you're saying.
yeah.
You're talking about the creatures at night. Don't stare into your soul. He says, many of us people here, they don't last much longer after the first time they come here. When creatures come out. They call it the Dreamlands. When you sleep, your body goes there. But rather your spirit.
But you don't?
No. Your friends here might be there. They might have been there for a year already by now.
Like, Tembo is not really understanding very well that What do you mean a year?
Time passes differently there. When you're there, you don't come out that quickly.
How long have we been in this city?
He says,
Second day.
Do we know that for sure?
I think the answer to your question there. The people up in the tower, the spires, all they call it, it's down in the south. You might be able to find it there. But it does take practice. Once you get used to the Dreamlands, how you move in there, how you react.
So you still go there, but
You have
but
no
you know
choice.
but you know how to live?
Yeah. When you wake up in the Dreamlands, you learn to see cues. There's no choice but to live in there. You can wake up. Just try and... You can try. I've done it. He doesn't look like all is there. He looks like he's seen shit throughout his whole life. And he's
Yeah,
just
but
not.
Sanity is.
But
Yeah.
but he's alive, and
Yeah.
that's like
He's not impaled.
yeah. I mean, I'm like still holding my stomach, and like I just
Yeah, he looks at that and he says, you might want to fill that hole there, young child.
yeah. I just got this from in the Dreamlands.
Yeah. Did that my first time too. It says, ain't much time now. Them creatures come out at night. Once that sun goes down, they go on the patrol. I'd suggest you and your friends
Where did they come from?
from the buildings.
You know that now.
Yeah.
We've seen one or two, I guess. Are there more?
There's plenty. There's an army of them. They've been slowly growing them, I think. I don't know. I seen that business you done over there with them priests. Figured I just
Uh-oh.
stop by and say hi.
Got a reputation.
That's not good.
What's your name, man?
Names of powerful things here.
I'm gonna call you.
Well then, What can I call you?
A loading screen shows up. Where did I put it? Okay. You can call me Aramit.
Aramid.
I'm from Darmesh. Came here when I was a child. I lived here my whole life.
How long have things been like this?
Let's see. The drugs, they made it in here about 20 years ago. Slowly started taking over the politicians. That was visible. We knew that. Shortly after that, the celebrities started doing it. Seemed cool. But I tell you what, the rest of them started doing it probably about 5 years ago. There ain't too many elves who still believe in keeping the true ways where they don't sleep. But that sense of euphoria apparently just is too much. I'd say most of the city is under that black milk he spits.
When they drink that, did they go to the Dreamlands?
They ain't telling much, but I know they ain't dream real good dreams. They dream nightmares. Things that could be, that come to, they get a sense of euphoria when they do it too. Real twisted. But them dreams, they just get tortured. They see the apocalypse. I don't know. You ask any elf, it's all different.
Can you... when you're in the Dreamlands, can you find people? Other people that are in the Dreamlands?
You could travel. They call it the 70 steps. And then you're quizzed. And then 700 more. But that gives you free reign over the Dreamlands. But you have to find them steps. Otherwise you travel with them creatures.
Have you found this?
I don't try to meddle with them creatures. You just learn to move away from the darkness. But you're not always lucky. Understand. They show up. They're not always there. They usually move around. They're real creatures. They live in the Dreamlands, but they just want to make their ways out. They're hungry. For blood.
Well, they got some of mine.
Where's the sun?
It's like setting at this point. I would say you guys start to slowly kind of get up.
Do I recover my spend it? Spell
You guys are no longer exhausted.
Long rest.
Long rest occurred.
Yeah, and you can get a long rest, yeah.
I'm still exhausted.
Do we see somebody in front of him?
I guess
Yeah.
sitting on the hay, right?
Yeah, hey, he's chilling out.
Wait,
Just
I'm
an
not
old
making
man.
any assumptions here.
He said, he said he sits on the hay.
I know, but to Tim.
Yeah, you wake up and you see that there's an old man there just chilling out. And Tembo with this, 6-inch size hole kind of stuck in him and blood all over his loincloth or something.
I'm wearing
I mean,
armor.
you probably like stuffed it and tried to staunch the wound a little
I kind of
bit.
limp over to Timbo and I go, "What happened?
Same thing that happened to you. This
Who's the old man?"
old fella, he knows how to live here. He's been telling me how to make it to the Dreamlands.
Everyone does that now after everything they say once they go to the Dreamlands.
He takes note of you guys. He says, "All guys look worse than me."
It's been a long couple of days.
I feel much better, actually. Thank you for asking.
You guys got any food?
He asks if we have food. Yeah. I'm gonna give him some rations.
Yeah,
It's all I got, but
He's like, "I ain't eaten days. There ain't much food around here. I want to try to eat that meat. It seems to be very bad. But occasionally you go out in the waters, you find a fish. Fish all day. Mm-hmm.
I say, from the deepest desires often comes the deadliest hate.
Tell you what I hate. It's them priests. They took my family. I go out and watch them all day. Try to see if I can find my family there. But it's been a while since I've seen them. I'm pretty sure that they're dead. Mm-hmm.
So you've been watching the priests for a while?
When I seen you guys out there just putting your little show on.
How did they get in the buildings?
Tunnels. That's the only thing I could think of. Them roofs open up at night, and them creatures come out from there. That's what I seen before I had to go back into a building.
Where do you sleep at night?
I go to my boat. Mm-hmm. But if you're looking like for a place to sleep around here on the Western Docks, it's a place not too far from here. It's probably best you go in there before it gets too dark.
What's it called?
He says,
Big screen.
the Hopeful Hen.
Hopeful Hen?
There we go. We have food
Elves
there?
have really weird names for
The Hopeful Hen and...
Hopeful Hen. They might have some food there. Yeah. That's the only inn that's around here in the Western Docks, though.
Point us to the way.
Yeah. He takes a while to get up, and he just starts slowly trudging a little along. And
One more question.
yeah, he's like, yeah. And he just keeps walking as he's...
Is he walking us to the...
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you know of any elves that have ever gotten off of the black milk?
Nope. He just keeps walking.
Thank you.
Follow him to the hopeful hen.
Yeah. And so, you guys, Hopeful Hen, he eventually takes you just down a couple streets, and you see that there's just an inn very similar to the one that you saw before. Like there's nothing that's on there that looks nice at all. It's just like a small building, and they've already got like kind of a fire going on up there. As you guys walk in there, you can see, a small fire starts up, and you hear outside just kind of some thunder as it goes on. It sounds like a storm's coming in. And he says, and towards the end of the table, there's no one in here. It's just completely empty.
not even a barkeeper.
The barkeep. Well, I was going to say the barkeep's the only one who seems to be kind of up there, and it's an elfish man, and he's same stature, being held up, just like very strung out. But he sees you guys walk in. He's hopeful. He's like, customers.
Nope.
And he kind of comes out and he says, welcome. You guys are new here. Did you guys come in from the docks?
Sure, you can say that.
Yeah. Well, we've got plenty of rooms. We've got some food. I can turn up the stove real quick if you guys are hungry. We haven't seen a lot of people here, so, a couple silver, buy you the night, and buy you food, and all the drinks you want.
Everything in moderation.
Not tonight.
Not tonight.
I could use some drinks.
Orin's like, yeah, I'm done with this. So, you guys sit at the table. The elf goes in the back. You hear him starting to light up a fire and get ready to cook some meal. And the man sits before you guys, and he says, "Where are you guys from, anyway?"
Not too far from here.
Yeah.
I don't know where we're from. Yeah. That's right.
I don't say that in character.
Yeah. It's like, yeah. Travelers, eh? You guys looking out for adventure or something?
Just trying to find our friend.
Taken by them priests. They have to be stopped. They're turning the city into a city of nightmares. Them creatures, they be building them up. Very much left of this town, I think.
Well, we gotta go through them to get our friend back. There won't be much left of them.
So you said they took your family?
Mm-hmm.
And they bring slaves in all the time.
I wouldn't call them slaves. The half-elves might call them that. The elves might call them that. They're food.
think they're food.
They're entryways from the dreamlands.
I was worried about that.
And let me tell you. You seen any of them? You seen them creatures?
A couple of different ones.
I shot one of those creatures.
They bet they don't do nothing, huh? Tell me, you seen the winged ones? I'm not talking about them long ones.
Winged ones. Yes.
Destined for death, my friend. You can't think about them. When you sleep, you call them in your mind. If you think about them through the days, they show up to your place. And they come get you. They take you back to the house. Once you've seen them, they leave an imprint in your brain.
So that's what happened to Teeg. He's taken away.
You're right.
He says, just excuse me for a moment. I need to relieve myself. He kind of just like trudges off to the back. And the barkeep, you hear the, he's cooking up some food. You hear some sizzling and some boiling of some water and stuff like that.
I addressed Dembo and I asked him, you want me to take care of that?
Oh, yeah. I could use that.
Can I use one of my healer's kits?
Okay, yeah.
And-
you can
and
start to staunch
patch
the
him
wounds
up
and
and-
patch him up, yeah.
How much does that actually heal?
A healer's kit only just staunches the wound. But in terms of healing, I don't think it actually has like an actual purpose to it. But
Yeah,
you
I
can.
think a healer's
you did
kit-
long rest, so you can expend a
one.
slot if you wanted to.
I think a healer's kit just helps you stabilize people.
Yeah,
and
stabilize
stuff.
people. There's a
least to
feat.
stop the bleeding.
There's a feat to be able to like help you get through that. Like to actually heal with a healer's kit. It's really worth it.
I look over at the barkeep. Is he like visible?
Yeah, you can see him. He's visible.
Is
Yeah.
he like just cooking them fish or something?
I would say he's cooking up some we'll say some fresh fish. We're on the docks.
Alright.
So yeah, I'm gonna go.
You're gonna heal him up.
Did it
Okay.
sound like he was listening to us?
Brace yourself.
Yeah, as you
That's
kind
very
of
nice.
cover his wound up, you closes up a little bit, but again, the wound is deeper than the flesh. You feel that the presence of that creature was still there. But yeah, the barkeep's within your. He's probably not listening. There's a lot of sounds going on in front of him.
So I would hope that during this time you would just tell us this whole story.
Yeah, like
course.
while he's gone, I'm kind of telling you, he was telling me that when we're dreaming, we're actually in a different place. Our spirits go there, he said. We've got to learn how to live in that place.
Can we go there together?
I think so. Because this last time when I woke up there, Arn was with me. And then I made a really stupid mistake and ran away, and Arn disappeared. So I think as long as we're together, then we'll be with each other.
I asked Arn just in case. Did you see him in your dream?
Arn, he says, yeah, I woke up and I was with Dumbo.
Just to
Did you see
double
the
check.
creature in your dream?
I mean, after I started running, I just woke up.
So we got separated.
I need to defeat this creature together.
Traveling is weird there. He said you've got to learn how to do it, but I just remember being places that I wanted to go. Like, I don't remember actually going, like, running there. I was just there. And I think that's when I lost Arn.
Yeah, I just remember walking and I just woke up.
So I think we've got to try and stay in one place,
We could tie each other together.
or we've got to learn how to figure out how to move together.
Yeah.
He said something about the 70 steps, something you have to learn, but he didn't really say much. He also said something about some spires to the south.
I look at Arn and ask, does that mean anything to you?
Spire of Zal,
70 steps.
70 steps. Doesn't. And after a while, you see the old man kind of come out, and he trudges down, and he sits down. So, where you guys from?
Nearby.
Tell me. It's Crenshaw.
Should I know who that is?
I think you do, my friend.
Why would you think that?
I've seen you. Each and every one of yous.
You can't see me. I am the unseen.
Oh my gosh. How do you know Crenshaw?
Timbo gives it up like that.
There's no use in trying to hide it.
He's a past acquaintance. I done seen him get in them docks pretty soon recently. Mm-hmm.
Crenshaw was on the docks?
Right.
Here?
Days ago?
Came in today. He's down in the center.
He's in the center.
Wait.
Is Crenshaw a common name?
Not if you
I'm
knew
pretty
us.
sure he's talking about our Crenshaw.
I don't know who that is.
He says, I don't know what you're doing here. Your friend Teeg's dead. The rest of your town, they done seen that creature. They dead too. We're gonna feed them. I'm gonna make more. Wreak havoc on this town.
Does it sound like
we're
he's,
gonna feed it.
So
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 next
does he
ship
sound like he's a
work.
threat, or it just sounds like hopeless?
It sounds like a threat.
Like
Yeah,
he's threatening us?
the one
Yeah.
that's saying it.
who are you? Really?
You've seen me a few times. I have many faces, many names. You can call me the Crawling Chaos. And then it, like, disappears in the puff of smoke.
I just pinch Rose.
No one made
As
any
the
sense.
face in the dark says,
I'm like, make sure I'm awake. Just to make sure it wasn't a dream or anything.
Who wants some black milk?
I think we'll call
trust
it
the
there. It's
information
10
he gave
o'clock.
us?
Fuck.
Yeah, we can call it.
Yeah.
Wow.
This game's hard.
Can we trust anything he told us before about the dream?
probably.
Well, of
Sound
course.
like we're good. Fine. I don't know. Maybe the old man was possessed by
Yeah.
someone.
Yeah, maybe the old man fell asleep.
Maybe the old man's gonna show up in 5 minutes.
Yeah. He comes back and is like, sorry.
What's up, guys?
Yeah, that was. Yeah, I don't even know. Like, that was good, man.
Yeah.
It was good.
This music, it just enhanced it so much more.
It was perfect.
Damn. Yeah. Give myself goosebumps. That was so good. I think this is
Fuck, dude.
Gio likes the character.
yeah, I know. Well, it's
Yeah.
too bad he was a temporary character. I don't know. You might see him again.
No. Because now I'm like sitting here thinking, like, was that the same person that we just talked to,
That's what
or
I-
like,
I
did
I
he
don't-
go? Like, did he walk away and it was something else that came back?
I think it was because he asked us, where are you from?
Right, but he
Twice.
asked us twice.
Right. The second time being a different person.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I think it was a different person.
I think it's a different person. So that,
Maybe,
think
maybe the old man's dead.
yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering.
We should
We'll
go
find his
investigate
body,
next
or he's just.
Yeah.
Hopefully, it was peaceful. Probably not peaceful. Not here. Nothing here is peaceful. Yeah.
All right. I think we'll call it there.
Yeah.
Anybody who's hanging out, chat, Render and A, sorry you missed out on it, dude. Come watch the VOD. We'll probably do a restream next Tuesday or so. Everybody else who's hanging out, thanks for hanging out, guys. There's going to be more stories to be told. Hopefully we'll meet up again in 2 weeks do another episode of our Yellow Silk campaign. And in between, I'll probably be doing painting sessions and more DM sessions. I'll probably have to figure out what I'm going to do next. This is good.
Yeah.
I was intending that character to be important, but I was just like, this is too good. So, that being said, hang out with us again later. Thanks for hanging out. I think there's only one shout out to give, and his name's up there. Twitch won't let you get away with that for too long. And I think I know who it was too. So thanks for hanging out, guys. We will catch you next time. Thanks for hanging out with Morse Magical Wares.
All right.
See ya.